we're going to go first question on the front left.
Leandro Carranza from NBA Latin America. Which attribute, in your opinion, allows you as a group to stay in the game, bounce back, and never give up?
Our mentality, our belief in our confidence within each other, I think helps us in that aspect. So it really starts with our mental approach.
Christian right here, second row.
Jalen, Christian Winfield, New York Daily News. I mean, you've said I don't know how many times that you guys have the best fans in the world. There's reports that, once again, they're buying tickets to be here for tomorrow's game. I'm just curious, when you're out there and you're going into what's supposed to be hostile territory, what does it feel like when you're on the road and you hear a team, do you hear a crowd cheering instead of what most fans would be booing in those situations?
Yeah, I appreciate it more than I think I'll ever be able to say. And just very grateful and thankful. It's a really cool experience. And like I said, it's something that you can't really talk about, and you just have to experience it.
Over here on the right side, Con.
Hey, Jalen. Con from Charlotte. Obviously, you've won at all levels, high school. Obviously, you've had a bunch of success at Villanova in college, and now here you are, one game away from winning an NBA championship. What are some of the key attributes of a winning basketball player? What are some of those characteristics that you think really play into what it takes to win at the highest level?
I think the one thing that stays constant within all of that is just I've always told myself, and always been taught by my parents, to never be afraid to fail. You put yourself in those positions when you're in the summertime, when you're envisioning what's going on the court, when you're by yourself in the court, when you're putting yourself in those positions to get better in the summertime. And when those opportunities come about, you're not afraid of the moment, because you worked hard enough to where if you do fail, you're going to learn anyway. You put the confidence you have in everything you do when the lights are on, because of everything you've done when no one's watching. And so that's the mindset my parents instilled in me, and I think I've, every step of the way from high school to college, every coach that I've had has helped made it better. And but it really starts with them, and I'm really appreciative of them.
Jared, second row in the center.
Jared Schwartz, New York Post. Jalen, I'm sure you've thought of this moment for a long time, but does it feel different? Does it feel like you guys are one step away from a championship, or even different than the other games in the finals?
0-0.
James, right here, front.
Excuse me. Jalen, just out of curiosity, how have you been able to find normalcy during these finals? Like, between all of this, I know you guys have had to do stuff every day, and the games, have you been able to just kind of find like some normalcy in your life these last week and a half, 2 weeks?
Yeah. I think I've also been able to understand what a unique opportunity this is. And so really, it's not really that normal. But when you're doing the things that help you prepare for games, prepare for moments, and you put yourself in the routines that you've done your whole career or your whole life, when it comes game time, you're ready to go, because you put your mind in a position to be ready. Also, I have a very unique circle that keeps me humble, and wouldn't change that for anything.
Steve?
Sort of related to that, when you have the Wednesday night, and I guess even yesterday morning, you guys were still in New York, and it feels like a celebration. You guys have been so good in closeout games. What was it like to put that aside and start preparing for the next?
Have a lot to revisit, to make sure that we don't really put ourselves in that position again. And but honestly, we still have to continue to have the belief that we've had, and it's really important from that aspect.
Tim, right here.
Jalen, Tim Reynolds from the Associated Press. Coming into the series, there was so much attention on the winning streak, and not just the streak, but the margins by which you guys were winning games by 30, 40, 51 points. These have not been that way. What is it about this group that when things are rolling, obviously it looks easy, but you guys have had to dig, obviously, in these 4 games, particularly down the stretch. What is it about this group that you can find that gear when you have to?
Yeah, when we obviously when we practice and we have film and we talk about situations, what we have to do, you're always preparing, worst possible case scenario. If this happens, we got to be prepared for this. If this happens, we have to be prepared for this. And so when our mindset and our focus is on one possession at a time, one play at a time, one quarter at a time, you're not really thinking too far ahead. You're thinking about the now and how you can be better the next possession, and how quickly can you turn the page, positive or negative. And so regardless of what's going on, our mindset and approach has to stay the same. And I think we've done a very good job of that. And it's something that has grown over the season, but it's really important, especially obviously now.
Left side,
Dan
Dan.
Devine, Yahoo Sports. Jalen, at practice the other day, you were talking about the kind of development of your relationship with Carl, and one of the things you said was that it felt like there was sort of an unfair narrative about him when he came in. I'm just curious, I guess, what was that narrative as you perceived it, and then how has he kind of dispelled that in your time with him?
Yeah, the narrative was placed on him by the outside world, and you never really know a person until obviously you meet him face to face and you see what he says and what his actions are. And being the teammate that he is, and seeing his sacrifices and seeing what he's done his entire career, puts him in a position to become a Hall of Famer. And honestly, I wouldn't trade